Guys, Katie JD Indigo here, and tell me, Lemuria. Okay. Um, to continue with our daily schedule program. I'm sorry that the other two videos took so long to upload, and you guys are probably still wondering like, why is she talking about that? Well, let's bring it on home, okay? Thank you, first of all, to all of my subscribers, likes, shares, follows, my commenters, um, people that have supported me since Nerd Girls Rock all the way up into this channel. You guys rock out loud. Okay. Um, so let's move on. Now that we understand about white holes and black holes, you guys can follow along with this analogy. Okay. And it's not just an analogy, it is a comparison because, to be honest with you, all energy kind of flows and moves the same way, okay? Depending on the object that, well, the organism that it is moving around, okay? And what that organism is doing um, at the point that they're at in their lifespan and things of that nature. That plays a significant role, right? But today we're going to be talking about outside influences, okay? So let's sippy loo and get your coffee, get your tea, get whatever. I like to drink coffee, so I oftentimes have my morning coffee with you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys can join me for this. Um, but yeah, so one of the things that my daughter pointed out to me very recently, my kids tend to pay very close attention to how other people affect my energy, and I am not the kind of person to pay that much attention to that. That's something that I realized that I had to nip in the bud, okay? Especially here recently, I've been doing a lot of healing, doing a lot of shadow work, going back into a lot of deep like trauma work and things like that. Been going through a lot of ascensions lately, been getting a lot of downloads, and if you know, you know, right? You're into the esoteric, you're chosen, you're spiritual, then you understand how these things go. They're not exactly fun for real, but I mean the benefits after which are awesome. However, the work that goes into it, not fun, not fun at all. Let's be so for real. Um, but yes, my youngest daughter pointed out to me um, that when I was been dealing with a lot of issues concerning my egg donor lately, and trying to heal from that, which is a freaking doozy. Because if you know anything about dealing with narcissists, you know that they go above and beyond, especially when they feel like you have done something to offend them, to hurt their little ego or something like that. When really they hurt themselves 9 times out of 10. It's something. It's a narrative that they've made up in their mind. They're hurting their own feelings. If anybody's going through that, please don't take it personally. It really doesn't have anything to do with you. That's something that's going on within them that they're projecting onto you. Okay? So, I mean, I know it's hard, but try to look at it as they're venting and they're using you as a mirror at the moment. Um, Not saying accept it, just to kind of help you cope with it a little bit better. You get it. Now, the reason I bring that up is because people like that tend to be black holes in our lives. They tend to drain us freaking dry, right? And of course, like black holes, we don't see the monstrosities until it's too late a lot of the times. But I'm going to today give you some warning signs that my kid pointed out to me. Maybe some of these things can recognize, you can recognize in your own lives, and it can help you discern whether or not someone is a black hole in your life. They're draining your energy. They're destroying you. They're destroying your cells, honestly, because that's what negative energy does. It destroys our cells on like a microscopic level. It's the leading cause of all illness. Um, And if we can just get rid of the negative energy, I guarantee you so many illnesses and diseases and disorders will be cleared up so fast. But I mean, we'll get there. I hope, okay? I pray that we'll get there. In the meantime, for the rest of us that are progressing into that future, we're trying to build up into that. Excuse me, starting with ourselves, right? You kind of want to pay attention to your physical. That's usually the first sign that something is not right. My daughters pointed out to me that when I was around my egg donor, my complexion was much darker. I was paler. I was drained. I had dark circles around my eyes all the time. I looked tired. It just, my energy was off. Like, they're like, you don't have any energy to do anything. You're just, I'm far less patient and things like that. So, a lot of times it's a physical thing. They're like, you look sick. And they were right. She was making me sick, because that's what happens when someone is constantly taking from your energy, just draining, trying, right? And you know that you still have energy to get up and move every day. You don't feel sick, so you're not thinking about it. You're thinking, maybe I'm just doing too much, maybe I'm overworking myself, or something of that nature. The next thing I want you to pay attention to is how that person moves around you, right? Is this somebody who contributes to your life? For example, when they enter onto your space, or when they enter into conversation with you and they ask you how you're doing, and you begin to, you know, explain how you've been, or elaborate on, your life at the moment as per their question, right? And they delve into something, you respond, and it's like they don't even acknowledge your response. For example, you could be in conversation with this person, and they say, hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a few weeks. Come, trying to check on you. And you say, oh man, it hasn't been so great. My dog died, things of that nature. And they want to say, they want to jump right into how everything's been going for them, and how either great or totally sour things have been going for them. If you say something bad happened to you, this person goes on to this long slew about how things are going so great for them, right? But if you say something, things are going great for you, then they want to talk about all the negative things that have happened in their life recently. They're looking for your energy. They want you to uplift them. They feel great knowing that, oh, see, you're not so great. You're not so special. They feel great knowing that your energy levels are low, okay? Because they don't understand why you get to be so freaking happy and jolly all the time anyway, right? Of course, we all know that more positive emotions, a more positive mindset leads to higher energy levels. And so that's why you have people like that constantly trying to force their negativity onto you to bring your energy levels down. So that way they can feel more comfortable in your space, and they can feel, a lot of them are intimidated. They want to feel better than you, and because they feel inadequate in your presence. Again, nothing to do with you. That is high key what we like to call a personal. Okay? Take a little sip and let's continue. I want you to pay attention to your environment as well. Okay? If you know that you're the kind of person that keeps a pretty crisp, clean environment, or whatever is suitable for you, and in dealing with this individual or a certain person, you notice that you kind of take on their traits. For example, I tend to be a pretty tidy person. I like to smell the clean. I like to smell goods. I like to keep things in order. Since I was a teenager, I like to line up my perfume bottles and things like that on my dresser, like the freaking AT&T bars. Okay, like it has to be pristine. And if anybody ever moved it, if it was an inch out of place, I knew. Now, my egg donor is a pretty messy person. She lives in chaos. That has just been her energy since I was a child. And even though it can become overwhelming and irritating for her, she just cannot seem to break the habit of, of being disorganized. Um, and so my organization skills and my ability to stick to that or to hold myself to that makes her upset. So this is a challenge that we go through. It's like she'll do things like mess up my environment on purpose or just be totally draining to my energy so that way I don't have the energy to do so. For example, always calling me to her house. My house is good. I'm coming all the way across town after running so many errands to help her at her house. And then by the time I come back to my house, I don't have any energy to clean my own house. So give that like a week and we are I'm depleted, right? I don't look like myself. I'm not even wasting my time trying to get up and get dressed in the morning. Like, and we all have those lazy moments. We have those moments in life. But it became like a continuous thing. It was no longer my energy, right? I'm slipping into her habits and things like that. And next thing I know, I'm not even able to recognize myself, which is something you have to be careful of as an empath. If you're an empath, which I have empathic abilities, then we do have the ability to take on other people's energy, and best believe people like this will take full advantage of it. Okay, so I want you to be very careful of that. We have to shift. We have to learn how to shift that energy, that Fibonacci spiral, right? Either we can take things in or we can push them out or repel things from us. Learning how to control that personal spiral within yourself is key. So that way you can understand how you're taking things unto yourself, when you're taking these things unto yourself, and how to repel and reject that energy and send it back out into the world. Given enough practice and enough spiritual work, you should be able to learn to alchemize. I myself have become a master alchemist in dealing with situations like this. In my studies, learning how energy moves and things of that nature, learning about electromagnetism, biomagnetism, and things of that nature, I now know how to repel this energy when someone is trying to force me to take it on and drain me of my personal energy. So hopefully that'll help you guys moving forward. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, follow. Don't forget to follow along on Nerd Girls Rock. Keep it pushing on Holy Hestia. Join me over here so we can keep right on having these lovely little TED Talks. All right, I can keep right on dropping these gems. And if you're looking for any tarot information on any past loved ones, current situations that you might be dealing with and unsure of, please check out the Tarot on the Nerd Girls Rock channel or Holy Hestia. Holy Hestia is completely about tarot and things of that nature. I'm channeling, considering I have all the clairs, I'm constantly picking up on and channeling information. I took a hiatus because I refuse to have my soul sucked by social media. But again, like for those of you that have the self-control to use this information and be on social media in moderation, I appreciate you guys. For the rest of you, please get a hold of yourselves. It's not healthy. But I appreciate your love and support on the platforms. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again. Don't forget to think deep. Don't forget to continue to love yourselves. Okay? KDJ out. Bye.